Hello, hello, hello. It's another week, and I picked up another Beatles record, and as you can see, it's Abbey Road, and this is a classic album, and it was technically their last album that they recorded together, even though Let It Be did come out afterwards, and there's an amazing album cover that's been parodied and copied many times over, and I believe that this album cover is what sparked the whole Paul is dead rumor, with all the apparent clues on this album, such as the 28 if, Paul not wearing shoes, and yeah, and the Beatles representing like the priest, the pallbearer, the body, which obviously Paul McCartney there, and the gravedigger with his but you know, of course it's not true. Paul is very much alive, and I've always thought that the whole Paul is dead thing is it's completely ridiculous. Anywho, I don't have another vinyl version of Abbey Road to compare it to, but of course I do have the previous CDs to show off along with this. So let's get right into the record. Now, the thing that I noticed right off the bat when I picked this up is that the track listing does not include Her Majesty, which is pretty cool, because when this was originally released, it was a hidden track, so it wasn't listed on the back of the sleeve here. So I'm happy that they stayed true to the original release of the album. The CD ones do have the Her Majesty listed on there. So, and yet again, there are no barcodes or anything like that, no FBI warnings on the sleeve, so it does look pretty much the way the original vinyl release looked back in 1969. So, there it is. And let me take this out so you can see that it does come in a black sleeve, just like the original release, and just like the other Beatle albums, it does have the plastic protector here on the label, and it also has the Apple logo, because this was an Apple Records release. So let's get this back in here. And honestly, there isn't too much to show off here. It isn't a gatefold or anything like that. It's just the sleeve with the record. So yeah, if you haven't heard this album, please check it out. It is amazing. And there it goes. I don't know what girl this is, but she seems like she's cute. Anywho, let's move on to the other releases that I have. So here is the original 1987 CD release of Abbey Road, and honestly, this doesn't sound all that fantastic, and it does have Her Majesty listed on here. And when I originally bought this, I mean, I didn't know this was a girl. I thought it was just like this weird blue blur. So they didn't even retain the original artwork on this, which is a shame. And it has, you know, the bad 80s font, but there's the CD. Nothing spectacular. Again, with that, I don't see a point of this. It's exactly the same as the back of the CD, and there's literally no book. It just lists the tracks again. I don't know why they need to list the tracks 3 times. You got here, actually 4 on the CD and on the back. Like, they could have given us, I don't know, another picture of the Beatles or something. But like I said in my last video, these were just released quickly, you know, like for Christmas. They're in the 20th anniversary of Sgt. Pepper, so they just kind of slapped some CDs together, and they sold really well, but it took over 20 years to get decent CD releases of Beatles albums. And as you can see here, unlike the record, Now I don't know if this is because I've had this for so long, but the artwork itself is a bit more yellowish brown than the. Yeah, let me put that. As you can see, so the colors are more vibrant on the vinyl than this drab CD release here. So, and of course, I have the 2009 CD re-release, and here's the girl back in all her glory, but they did list Her Majesty as a track on the album, which I guess by the time this came out, everyone knew it was there anyway, so whatever. And just like the other Beatle releases, this opens twice, and just like my other Beatle CDs that I showed off, I did lend it out. I'm probably never going to get it back, so I'll probably rebuy these actually. And it opens twice. There's some cool pictures of the Beatles. This picture here is actually used for the Hey Jude album. These are all classic pictures. And John Lennon's looking very, very Amish. So he's about to go plow some fields. And here is the book. This actually has like liner notes, unreleased photos, which is neat. There's that. I like the way George looks there. Like he wasn't ready for the picture when it was taken. Here's some alternate. I guess they took a bunch of pictures until they found one that, you know, they were all in step. This is a really cool picture. It's actually the, I use this as the wallpaper on my computer. Actually, this is an alternate picture now that I look at it more closely. Very cool. All these CD releases have previously unreleased photos in them. Here's some liner notes on the making of the album. Cool 2-page photo. Some more recording notes. They look really happy here. I've always liked this picture too. Look how huge that car is. Paul looks like a little kid here. And George is somewhere else, clearly. And there's the back. Now, like I said in my Rubber Soul video, if you're going to get one version of this album, go with the CD release. They sound spectacular. They have a cool documentary, and the liner notes are great too. And you know, you're always going to want to. The making of every Beatle album is always really interesting, so you're always going to want that information. So yeah, there's Abbey Road. I'm going to be buying all of the vinyl releases and comparing them to other releases that I own of Beatle albums, so look forward to those, and thank you for watching.